Recently, I've got a couple questions regarding setting up collections on your Shopify store. So I just want to clear this up. You will find some pretty good answers in the training tutorial. If you're just getting started with Shopify and you want access to that training tutorial, just click the link below. I'll give you access to the free 2-hour video. And also, if you go that route as well, I'll give you a special link that can give you 21 days free of Shopify instead of 14, and also gives you a little 10% discount. I think for the first year after that. But anyways, let's just get right into it. So collections are just really good for organizing your products. And really all this is about making it easier for your customer to find what they want to find, and also making it easier to introduce your customer to things that they might like that they're not necessarily looking for. So to find this, you're just going to go under your products heading here. Okay. And then once you get into products, you're going to see the collections section down here, and creating a new collection is super simple. So we have necklaces, bracelets, pendant necklaces. Let's say we want to create a collection that's watches. So simply click on the create collection button, and you can call it whatever you want, but we'll just call this watches. And then the important thing to do to make this super simple is you go down to your conditions down here, and that's just a quick scroll down, and it will automatically select products based on conditions is what you want to make sure is checked here. So really we're just only going to do, you can get super involved and in depth with this if you want, but we're just going to do one condition. So either one of these is fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to make sure, scroll down to the product tag is equal to, and we're going to put in watches. So anytime we're adding a product, whether we're doing that manually or we're importing that, like say using Oberlo, for instance, then when we import that product, as long as we put watches in as one of the tags when we're importing that product, then it'll automatically add it to the watches collection. So it just makes it super simple to keep everything categorized. And then, of course, you got to make sure that this collection gets on your menu. So just go ahead and save your collection. And now we're going to go over to the menu, and that's going to be in your online store. And under navigation, of course. And so you have two menus, at least in this theme. I think in most themes that's the case. You have the main menu and then the menu. One is going to be on the top and one's going to be in the footer menu down below in this theme at least. And like I said, that's going to be the case in a lot of themes as well. And it's important to add both and keep them pretty consistent or kind of matching each other. Now, you might want to put things like About Us or other things in the footer menu like refund policy or shipping policy or something like that, where you're not necessarily going to want that in the main menu. But the reason this is important is especially on mobile. You scroll top to bottom. So, generally your main menu is going to be on top, but your products, you're going to scroll down through the products. And when you get to the bottom, you don't want your customer to have to scroll all the way back up to the top to hit the menu again. So you want to make sure there's a menu in the footer as well. And then, just to add a collection to the menu, just go ahead and, add menu item, and you can call it whatever you want. So we'll call this watches. And then what we want to do is we want to go over here and we want to select a collection, and it's going to ask us which collection. So we just want to go ahead and find that watches. We can go ahead and search for it that we just added. There you go. Now this menu item will automatically go to the menu, and when we click on it, it'll take us to the collection of watches. So let's just go over to the Shopify store here and go ahead and see what that's going to look like. We added this to the menu, which is down here in the footer. Obviously, if we were going to keep this, we would add it to the main menu as well. And you can see if we click on watches, it takes us to the collection, Modern Sabrite Collections watches. Now, obviously, we don't have any products there, so there's nothing going to be shown, but that's how you kind of get everything categorized, organized. Pretty simple. Makes it super easy as long as you remember your tags and setting up everything correctly. That's how it's done. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget the training tutorial down below if you are just getting started. And as always, please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye.